Hey, how's it going? It is middle of the day. Just put down my son and yeah, it's been a day. Um a restless night for this household. And my son woke up a couple of times and I was awoken by our dog, in the middle of the night, like 12:30. And she was just scared. She was shaking, no storm outside, no winds blowing, just a scared 10-year-old dog. Um, and I guess just there's so much to think about when it comes to your attention. And I guess what I'm learning and what I'm appreciating, I guess we all know this in some way, but you have to try. Just keep trying, you know? Just keep trying to be a- attentive to the things that are important to you, the things that come into your life that call you to be a responder of moment to moment activities. And that's all anyone can do. That's all I can do for my family. That's all that my wife can do, for her job and for her kid and her husband and our dog. It's like anybody is just called to action and to respond to those moments is just so poignant, so important. And I think that it's just the call to action that I'm appreciative of. That every day, that's all I can do. And to attend to what is there, not what's not there. It's just it's such an elegant dance in our lives. And so, uh, my son woke up crying, and I went downstairs. I said, okay, listen, he's gonna cry a little bit, but let me go start some coffee. And so I started the coffee. It was a pretty quick process. And thankfully my wife had already put in 8 cups of water, and so I had a couple extra cups, and get the ball rolling here. And went upstairs, got him, and came back downstairs, and there he was, and there I am. And he's standing in his crib, and I pick him up and get him out of his sleep sack, and there we are, just he and I, and he's holding on to me, and he's rested his head on my shoulder, and I just sit there, no phone out, no distraction, just appreciating the moment. And those moments, if you're so desperate to keep yourself busy with something, to keep yourself um, occupied with something, you fail to really appreciate the gravity of what it is to be there, to have a child, to be a parent, to be in the situation rather than, um, I don't know, rather than just going through, muddling through life. We can't muddle through life. I mean, we can, but what joy is life if you're not actively participating in it? And so, for that slice of time, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, until my son started to rouse himself and, turned to me and, really started interacting with me. But for 20, 25 minutes, I was a dad just caring for his child, just holding his son, rubbing his back, and telling him, nothing. No, I didn't have to tell him anything, just comforting him. And the most sincere feeling that you can have, sincerity and honesty. And, we kind of got ourselves together. We said, okay, listen, the dog, because we're going to DC, we have a sitter for the dog. So we're kind of thinking through the morning, 10:30 drop off, 10:40 drop off. What can we do with this time? And so I got everybody together, got the kid dressed, Katie got dressed, Evie, the dog, is, ready to go. She's got her collar on, she's got her leash on, and she's ready to go. And we get into the car, and we head down and take a nature walk. And just to appreciate the world as it is, just to go down to the park, walk along the river, and just take in the world. No music, no distractions, just appreciating the sounds of the birds, the sights, the sun coming through the trees. And we come to the end, there's like a walkway, and then you come back to the other side of the river, and appreciating the daffodils pushing up. That's really when spring comes out for me, because that's nature, overcoming the dead leaves, and the daffodil greens start to push up. And within a week, it's the 1st of March, by the way, within a week we know there's going to be daffodils starting to show their yellow and orange petals. It's just so splendid, so special. And that rebirth of spring is such a refreshing feeling, and you don't get that if you're buried in your phone. You don't get that if you're buried in some distraction that keeps you occupied. The world is enough. We don't need to occupy ourselves with distractions, with apps. And I'm preaching to the choir. If you found this video, you probably are already engaged in some sort of mindfulness practice. You may not have a structured system in place, but somewhere in your mind you've come to this conclusion, you've come to this realization, and you're searching for some sort of content to tell you what you already know. And it's Ram Dass, always, he rent a mouth out, RAM, Ram. That was a big thing for him. He always said, why do we gather together? And he said, why do you hear the same things, and people are nodding. And it's just the simple fact that we need to hear, we need to hear what people have to say. And oftentimes it's what we already know. It's what we know intuitively. It's what we know deeply in our hearts. And we just need to be reminded of that once, twice, 3 times, once a year, to sit with a group of like-minded people and reflect on that reality. And so what I'm saying probably hits home with you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you need something like this because it reminds you. Or maybe you don't need this and you've already left. And which point, how are you hearing this? It's all of this to say, this walk made me appreciate what it is to come back to life. To come, I was just sick. I had a horrible fever Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I muddled through the week with this illness that I've been dealing with. This, you can hear it in my throat. But all that to say, spring is just this time when I feel reinvigorated. Now, I do feel cheated because I like to run, and so this 60-degree days and the beautiful wind, was just a little bit of warm, a little bit of cool, and just so satisfying. But I didn't get to enjoy any of that. But I did get to witness the results of this season of rebirth, the season of blossoming. And I know in 20 days it'll be spring officially, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for being able to take a walk and just appreciate with my family, appreciate the growth that is, the growth that we have in our lives and the seasons of our lives. It's special. It's a special time, but mostly to come back and to remember that there's something worth doing here. And it has nothing to do with the the square in my pocket or the um video I'm gonna make, or whatever. It's it's just a topic, it's a topic in this way. But the topic of my life is the topic that I've been waiting for, this vigor to bring to fruition. 35 years. Oh, man. I was just thinking about it earlier today. I thought, is 35, this is my best year, Is this the year that I really put it together? Like, from an outside perspective, I mean, who knows? Who knows what you might think, or that my wife might think. Maybe my mother, who sees this, she may say, wow, Zach's really come a long way. And like, we're always changing. I once wrote that who you are is a lifelong process. Like, every single day, we come to learn something, and we're becoming more every day. It's just a cool experience, and if you don't step back to appreciate that what we do in every moment is to work on ourselves by being receptive, being responsive, and being appreciative of what is happening. We're savoring the growth. We're in that moment. We're both savoring the world, savoring our growth, and reflecting, even for a moment, on how exceptional we've become, how perceptive we've become. So, walking along the river, there were 3 deer, and I said, honey, stop, look. And there they were. It was so great. I don't edit images into these videos because I don't have an editor, I don't edit things. I don't know. Maybe it's laziness, but I just want to make a video. I don't really want to be an editor. I don't want to give you guys visuals of what I experienced, because the world was there for me to witness. I think in social media, that's a big thing where people want to share, oh, look at this meal I ate. Look at this place I went to, the sunset that I watched. But sometimes you find yourself without a phone and something special happens, like your child does something amazing, or you think is amazing, and you want to capture it, you want to videotape it so you can share it with people. But sometimes when I find myself or my wife, we find in our family those moments when we're like, oh, well, I don't have my phone on me. This is just for us. It's just for us. And life is just for you. It's just for you. Now, this moment, this video that I'm recording is also just for me. It's a sounding board of my heart. It's a sounding board. It's a place where I can speak into existence the song of my heart. To put words, like I said yesterday, to put words into along with the feeling of my spiritual path, to try to create a language where we start to determine who we are, how we are, and it's just like this symphony, right? The words point the way, but the person is the way, if that makes sense. It's I kind of stole that from Ram Dass too. I think he stole it from someone too. We're all just paraphrasing each other anyway. But the teaching shows the way. The guru is the way. I think that's how it goes. But yeah, But just to sit in that moment and be with, I mean, with my son and with our dog, you know. But I did record it. You know, I did record it. It's not did not happen. So, but I wanted to capture it. But I also could have not captured it. Could have just, wow, look at the deer. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But that's kind of the point, is we live in such a show and tell society. And I could just as well not make this video, right? But why does anyone do anything? It's to help demonstrate this experience and to try to spread this message. Like I said, like the heart song. This is my heart song to you, to me, you know, not to you. I mean, you'll listen, right? If you're here, you're listening. But I think this is what it's about, you know, to every day to try, just try, and to try appreciating what you have, to try to work out what matters to you, and to go after that every single day, to go after the journey that we're undertaking. It's so sweet to be here and to be with you, and for that I'm truly grateful. So that's about all I have. I need to rest my throat. I need to drink this prebiotic soda, and then probably have some tea and some more water, and just rest up, because I got a big night tonight, and I've got a lot of things to look forward to, and I hope that you feel the same. I hope you've got some things to look forward to. And take some time to sit and listen to the birds, and look at the world and admire it. Admire the place you're at, even if you're in the city. It's the perfect place to appreciate what we as a society can build, what we can create, and what we have within us. And just be there. Just be here right now. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.